Okay, yeah, I think that we're live. So, hi everyone. Hello, everybody who has already joined or who's gonna join us slightly later. So, hi everyone, welcome to our quick lesson. And you can already see the title and the topic of our meeting today. I think I'm gonna take a moment to make sure that everything works, that everybody has found us. And yeah, okay, so I can see your comments. And if you're already here, so please type something like hi, I'm here, so that I make sure that I can see your comments, because today we're gonna work with them a lot. So these are the final words before we start off. And I must say that today's topic is very important. It's extremely important because the locals and the natives, they love using idioms, but English learners usually find it very challenging to learn. So we're going to talk about a couple of them, and we will practice together and finally start using them properly. So food idioms, here we go. And I think everybody is ready. If you come after, that is okay. You can watch our video after. You can ask questions under the post, and yeah, so anything that you might need. But with those who's already here, I think we shall start. And the main thing, let me just change the camera. I will put it somewhere here. Yeah, sorry, it's not the best, but yeah, you can see me, and this is the most important thing. So let's just figure out one thing. There is one interesting fact that I noticed. A lot of students confuse these three words. However, now you will see that it is very difficult to see the difference. Let's start first with a dish. Yeah, so dish, as you can see in the examples, let's read them together, like vegan burger, spaghetti, any type of spaghetti, just here bolognese that we've got, steak, roquefort, and all of those, they are separate dishes, and normally they come from different cuisines. Yeah, so don't confuse that, because dish is like a ready plate. I will just make sure that, yeah, okay, so now you can see me, sorry. So it's like a separate dish, it is ready, and it's on one plate. Let's put it like this. So dish is placed on one plate. If it is a meal, we also have some examples like breakfast, lunch, brunch, and dinner. If you know any other, just put them in comments. That is interesting what else we have. So many people say, like from our old textbooks from English, it's like supper. Yeah, we used to have supper. Sometimes in England we still have supper, but now we replaced it with dinner. Yeah, so the last part, the last meal of the day is gonna be dinner, not supper. However, if it is a meal, it's like a ready table set for you, and it is normally supposed to be like in a particular part of the day. Right, so you can remember here McDonald's, because McDonald's used to have Happy Meals. And if you remember what Happy Meal was, it was not like one dish. These were a couple of different dishes, and you're supposed to be full with all of them. So you don't have to order anything else. So once again, dish is separate, meal is like a set of different dishes, and cuisine, as you can see, and also take a look at the examples, Georgian, Greek, Mexican, it's like already the set of dishes, the traditional ones that are usually cooked in particular countries. Yeah, so they come from different countries, they have special particular origin. So yeah, do you have any favorite cuisines? So I wonder what it is. And also, if you have a moment, you can type what cuisine you like. Yeah, if you want to train more, you can actually write like my favorite dish is, my favorite meal is, with the example of course, my favorite cuisine is. So if you have a moment or just after our live, don't hesitate to write it there. Okay, so and we will make sure that you understood the difference. Okay, so if it is fine, I think we can move on and finally start practicing. Yeah, so this is our first practice for today. You have three options on the left. You have a sentence. The package tour includes 3 something per day. So I think this is clear. If you attended our, I don't think it was our last meeting, but it was like some time ago, and we talked about tourism. And those who attended, they know what package tour is. If you don't know it, I give you some moment. So which one works best, A, B, or C? You could just write a letter. You don't have to write the whole word. It's okay if you just put it here. Okay, thank you. So I saw dishes. That is interesting because if you have only dishes, I think it's not enough. So just remember, like all-inclusive tours, they have much more. They offer not really meals. Okay. I think, yeah, so I ruined the intrigue. So, of course, these were meals, okay? So, thank you, Lilia. I saw your answer, but let's make sure that everybody answered meals, yeah? So, again, this is like set of dishes. Breakfast, let's say lunch and dinner, yeah? So, 3 meals per day. The package tour, if you go with touristic agency, you have them in your package tour, 3 meals. I hope it makes sense, and I hope, yeah, thank you. So I saw the correct answer, good. And we can move on. I find Italian something the most delicious. So I agree. Actually, I think the same. We have not the same, I think, answers, but yeah, take a look. Which one works best? You don't actually have to write the whole word. If you can just write A, B, C, that is okay. I will straight away understand which one you meant. So I give you a moment. Which one works here? And I think there can be more than one. Okay, Italian cuisine. Yeah, thank you. I agree. And also, I think that dishes can work as well. Yeah, thank you. I saw the second one. Yeah, and you will see it that this is cuisine and dishes, of course. So, I think it's high time we start working with the idioms themselves. I make the image slightly smaller so that you see the content. And we start with the first one. It's a funny one because it is to go mad, and we have 2 different options here. They mean just the same. They mean to go mad, yeah, to become crazy, irritated, to react in some not very nice way, I would say. So it can be either to go nuts or to go bananas. You can use both to describe that somebody was not happy with some situation. For example, Bill went nuts, or he went bananas when he learned about his exam results. He failed. Yeah, so obviously he prepared a lot. He was not happy with the result, and probably he got really crazy about it. Yeah, so he was running and shouting, so he went nuts. He went bananas. And when was the last time you went nuts? Can you remember that? Yeah, or you went bananas? So I remember, actually, I did it yesterday. I won't tell you why, but I did. So I went nuts yesterday after one thing happened. So I'm sure that it happens to everybody, and you can start using it straight away, especially with friends. Yeah, so don't go bananas. It's just a game or something. Yeah, so you will see. Okay, so I think we can go on to spill the beans, and this is something we had in our profile on Mon Macarion page. So to spill the beans is actually to tell the truth. There is a long story behind this expression, but it's a fun thing. Here, did Susan tell you where they would go on vacation? Come on, spill the beans. Tell me. Yeah, so we can normally spill the truth, so we say spill the beans. And yeah, again, so if you want somebody to tell you something, especially a secret or something he or she doesn't want to share, spill the beans would be the perfect option to tell them. Okay, so I hope that makes sense and that we can move on to the next one. This is to be a big cheese. And probably you see the meaning. We understand that cheese is something more expensive, something more exquisite probably. And indeed, we refer like this to a person who is quite important, especially in the company, like your boss or someone like John. John is a big cheese in one of the international banks. So obviously he's very important. He is a very important figure there. Yeah, so he is one of the bosses. Yeah, okay, so to be a big cheese. Actually, it's difficult to imagine any other context. So I only can see some corporate picture like he's the CEO or he's one of the managers or someone. So to be a big cheese, that is it. So yeah, if you boast about something, you can say, oh, you know, I'm such a big cheese in my company, they cannot fire me. Again, another context for you. Okay, hi Svetlana, nice that you joined us, and we are moving on to the next expression, to the next idiom, to be as cool as a cucumber. This is also a fun one, and it's not only about being cold or something, it's more about being calm in some difficult situation when you have to keep it cool. Yeah, so we normally say keep it cool, be calm, or like we can say he is as cool as a cucumber, so this situation doesn't affect him at all. Although situation was very nervous, Jim was as cool as a cucumber. Yeah, so again, you can talk about anyone who just keeps their manners, who keeps all of it to themselves and stay calm, stay positive. And you know, there is a fun thing. When I was getting ready for the presentation, I learned that cucumbers cannot become warm. So even if you put them under the sun in a very hot day, on a very hot day, sorry, they won't become like warmer than 10 degrees or something. So that is the particularity. This is a little history behind this expression. Yeah. So for example, when you haven't done your homework and you come to your lesson and the teacher asks you, where is your homework? Can you stay as cool as cucumber and lie? So some of my students can, actually, so I have to share this. But to be as cool as a cucumber, you see the meaning now. Another fun expression is to buy a lemon. Actually, I love lemons. I don't know why this is in a not very good position here, but when you buy a lemon, when you tell somebody that you bought a lemon, it means that you bought something useless. So it was some of a bad quality, it didn't cost it money. And so, yeah, you're just disappointed with your purchase. So you have bought a second-hand car. I think you bought a lemon. So you see, you don't really approve of that. Yeah. So actually, they say that the lemon leaves this bitter or very sour feeling in your mouth. So after you buy something useless, after you spend your money in vain, you have the same. So it's something unpleasant. This is the way how you can remember it. So yeah, you can also share. You know, the other day I bought a lemon. I really love that dress, but like it shrank the next day or something. Yeah, I bought a lemon. Okay, again, it's so interesting to hear if you can use it in context already. So if you have any examples in mind, just drop them there in the comments, and I will gladly read them aloud. So I want everybody to see how you work with the expressions. And don't worry, we will have some practice, and here it is. This section is called Guess the Idiom. And here is something that we promised in our ad. So we actually told you about the history behind some of the expressions. So I told you about the cucumbers, and I'm afraid that was it. Yeah, but here we have another one, and here's a little help. So you see the picture, you see the beginning of the idiom to bring home the what? Of course, there should be a product, so there is some product behind it. And in the 20th century, this product was affordable to any person who worked. Yeah, so it was not something of a luxury, but nevertheless, if you bring this home, it means that you earn your living. So now I need your ideas here. So can you guess what product it is? Yeah, so for example, every man has to or had to bring home this if he is a man. Yeah, so before we had such beliefs, and can you guess what it is? I'm really curious what you have in mind. And you know, this product, this is not something like really extra. Well, it's not something we eat every day, I agree. So I'm just waiting. Yeah, okay, so any ideas? The problem is that Vkontakte has this delay after my speech. So when I speak, you hear it after I tell it. So I'm really sorry that you actually cannot reply straight away. But I hope I won't ruin any intrigue for you if I tell you that this is the bacon. So yeah, actually we think that bacon is something really exclusive, yeah, so we don't eat it every day, so probably people couldn't afford it, but actually they could and they did. So if they bought bacon, it means they worked. Okay, so I hope that we managed, and let's go to the next one. We only have two here because others were too difficult to guess. So to be full of something, also a product, and it means to be very active. So I really hope that you are full of this today and that you're ready to work and practice more. We'll have some more practice after, of course. So I wonder if you have any ideas to be full of, and we also had it on our profile. It was a long time ago, but maybe you remember what it was. And yeah, so please pay attention to this explanation, because in the past people used to feed domestic animals, especially cows, you know, those who give you meat, so that they have more energy. And so if you're full of this, it means that you're ready to work, you're ready, you're active. Okay, right. So yeah, it feels better when you have options, right? So this is something I noticed, and I promise you the next quiz is gonna have some options, but these are full of beans. Yeah, so we used to feed animals with beans. I think we still do it. And pay attention that this kind of beans is called kidney beans because they look like humans' kidney. And I hope you know what kidney is. Is actually this body part that helps us to like absorb and get rid of water. So I hope it makes sense. Maybe we should make some live about body parts, about body idioms. And this week we actually have it on Instagram and on our social media in general. So we share with you some health-related idioms and expressions. So okay, full of beans, I think we got it. And yeah, so as I promised, we have options here. And to know one's something, you have three options here. Means to know someone very well. And I'm really sorry, this is not only like to know someone, this is also to know something very well. It's like to be a real professional in your sphere. So do you have any ideas? To know one's what? Are those cookies? To know one's cookies, to know one's grapes, or to know one's onions? You will see the example afterwards. I just need a word from you here. So it's a fun one. Actually, during our lessons in Mon Macron, we love this thing when students not only get the ready answers, but they actually try to guess something. And okay, so if you're not full of beans today, I will share the answer with you straight away. So this is to know one's onions. Yeah, pay attention, this is not really like onions, this is more onions. Yeah, so the usual way, the common way of pronouncing it. So Alan is a perfect teacher. When it comes to his subject, he knows his onions. Again, he is a real professional in his field, yeah? So, and normally it refers to, oh yeah, there is a typo, I'm really sorry, but I hope that it makes sense, yeah? So you see the meaning, to know one's onions. Good. Okay, so do you need anything else here or everything is clear? I really hope that you've learned this one and that we can move on. Okay, yeah, and so this one is pretty exotic. It comes from the UK. The expressions that we used to have are from the UK. You can use them in Canada, in Australia, in America, of course, and everybody would understand them. But this is something quite local, I would say. So normally we have it in the UK, as keen as something, and you have three options. Which one? Which one would mean enthusiastic and very interested in something? So pay attention, this is mayonnaise or mayo, yeah, so we call them mayo. We call it mustard or ketchup. Which one? And while you're thinking, I will tell you a short story why this is a purely UK thing. Actually, they used to have a kind of a brand, I would say, of one of these three sauces. I won't tell you which one, not yet. I want you to guess. Okay, I see the first answer here. And yeah, I'm sorry, this is not mayonnaise. Now, it's not as keen as mayonnaise. No, something different. You have two more options left. So the story behind is that they had a brand called Cuisine, and it was only in the UK. And so there is like a game of words, and it's just a playful manner to say enthusiastic, because this founder of this company called Cuisine was very in love with this product, and so he was very enthusiastic. Okay, so are you ready to find out which answer was correct? Okay, yeah, so Anna, you were close. If you tried once again, I'm sure that you would have chosen mustard. So as keen as a mustard. Yeah, in the UK they had this Keen brand of mustard, and this is a word game here, right? Okay, so don't be upset, we have some more to go, and here we will learn some double, not really double, but the expressions that contain two parts. Some of them will be food, some of them will all contain food, and we start with carrot and stick. And this is something you know in Russian like this, so I won't pronounce it, I think you can read it. And carrots are here, sticks are here. You can eat with sticks, you can use the stick for playing. I'm sure you know what it is, the pictures will help. So this organization has a carrot and stick approach to make people work overtime. If you know the meaning of the Russian expression, you will definitely understand what it is about in English, yeah? So they can either give you something to work overtime, they can praise you, they can give you some perks, or they can kind of make you do it, yeah? So they do it either with carrot or with stick. So it referred to working with animals normally, yeah? So we work like this with horses and elephants. Unfortunately, sometimes they use carrots, sometimes sticks. So I hope you memorized it all. And by the way, don't forget that under this video we will have a special link, and if you subscribe you will get the PDF of today's lesson and you won't forget anything. Okay, so let's continue. Apples and oranges. So here we freely translated it like this, but it's not always that simple. So it was like comparing apples and oranges when our teacher compared my essay to my friend's one. So obviously it was something very different. Yeah, so for example, you can also say you cannot compare like my work and his work. Yeah, it's totally different. It's like comparing apples and oranges. So you can use it freely in your speech. It's not like it's always like this, compared comparing apples and oranges. You can change it. Yeah, just remember that for English people, these are apples and oranges that are very different. Yeah, like sky and ground for us. Okay, so we took quite an active pace. I hope that it is fine. I hope you're not left behind, and if you have any questions you can just put them in comments. I check them and I will answer them as soon as I see them. So probably we can move on. And the third expression with like two food names are bread and butter. And yeah, here again, this is quite a free translation, and we always say that bread and butter is something essential, something we cannot live without, and sometimes, of course, this is money. So normally people refer to money. So coaching at the local fitness center is his bread and butter. So yeah, you see, it's like the way of earning, yeah, the main source of income. And it's quite easy to guess why it is so, because bread and butter were the basic food that all the people, almost all people, could afford. Yeah, so this is my bread and butter. Yeah, so teaching is my bread and butter. It's the main activity that I do for the living. Okay. So I hope you see what it is. And yeah, if you want to tell more about yourself, you can say like, what is your bread and butter? Yeah, so what do you do for a living? You can say like, being a banker is my bread and butter. Being like a nanny is my bread and butter. So please use it in comments, right? So we'll learn it to use it. Okay, so if it is fine, we go on and we continue with some funny ones. Yeah, so to have a bun in the oven. So this is the way how we talk about pregnant people, pregnant women, of course. And it's not like she's gonna have a baby, she's pregnant, but no, it's like a playful way of expressing the same idea. Let me just make my picture slightly smaller or just move it here, and we will read. I don't think Lisa will drink at the party because she has a bun in the oven. Yeah? Or when you read tabloids, we normally see it like, oh, have you heard that this celebrity has a bun in the oven? And some people wonder, what is it? So why is this like bun in the oven? Is she into cooking or something? No, she's just pregnant, yeah, so she's making a baby inside herself, yeah, so that sounds weird, but quite cute, I must say. Okay. Than to cry over spilled milk. We have something like this in Russian when we refer to a situation when we worry about something that cannot be fixed. Yeah, so we spilled this milk, there is nothing else that can be done. We probably won't drink this milk, we won't get back to it. So stop crying over spilled milk. It's time to take an action. Yeah, so do something actually and stop being just sad about what happened. Okay. So it's pretty short. Don't worry if you don't catch up with all the words that are coming through, because we will send you the PDFs. Yeah, you will see the PDF after our stream. Okay, some more to go, I promise. I promised you quite a short lesson today, so we're coming to an end. To be a cream puff. Yeah, so this is a cream puff, something that we put on top of desserts. And it means to be sensitive and really easily offended. Like, it's puff, it's really tender, it's very easy to break, so be careful with that, be careful with those people. You don't scare me, I'm not going to be a victim of your insult, I'm not a cream puff. So here is just the contrary, yeah, or you can say you're such a cream puff, yeah, I cannot say anything without making you offended. Or something, yeah. So do you have such friends? I'm sure everybody has such friends, and sometimes we all feel like cream puff. Yeah, so we just react to situations more than we wanted to. So to be a cream puff, sorry, yeah, so cream puff. Good, okay, and so some more and we're done. For peanuts, for free or very little money, because peanuts don't cost much. Yeah, normally in America it's very cheap and it's very affordable, and we were able to buy a telephone for peanuts, would mean that it just cost not that much, not at all, yeah, almost for free. Or, you know, some people refuse to work for peanuts, they want higher salary. Another context for you. Okay, so I think it's okay if you don't have any questions. I just want to say thank you because you went through this very quick but very useful, I hope, lesson. And if you want to work it out, you can do it with our small talks. So you work here only 15 minutes per day. It's a very short lesson and it is individually with a teacher. So you get either a Russian speaker or a native speaker, and you get 100% of your practice because basically you work all the time, you speak all the time. So right now I speak all the time, yeah, but when you have this lesson, it's like you talk non-stop for 15 minutes and you discuss some topics that are interesting for you. So you have a teacher, you make a program, you share what you like, and the teacher finds the usual way, the best way to work it out with you. Сейчас переключусь ненадолго на русский. Очень непривычно после английского, после того, как мы практически весь урок продержались на английском. Это здорово. Я помню, что вы просили как можно больше говорить именно на английском, все объяснения давать на нем, поэтому мы стараемся, мы к этому стремимся, но здесь быстро расскажу о том, как же можно отрабатывать все, что мы вот так вот проходим на наших таких нечастых, но очень интересных встречах на английском. Small talk, я думаю, многие из вас уже видели похожие объявления у нас, но не совсем, возможно, понимали, что это такое. Так вот, это все-таки урок, хотя он больше похож на развлечение, потому что обожают его и студенты, и ученики. Это всего 15 минут в день, можно заниматься откуда угодно. Кто-то занимается в перерывах между парами, кто-то в перерывах обеденных на работе, кто-то по дороге домой и так далее. То есть полная свобода, потому что это все онлайн, вы можете выбрать любой мессенджер, либо с возможностью разговаривать с видеосвязью, как мы с вами сейчас практически, либо только по телефону, что становится сложнее, потому что вы не видите мимики собеседника. И всего 375 рублей занятия, очень доступно, очень быстро, и это то, что можно организовывать одним днем, да, то есть если у вас освободилось время, у вас есть абонемент, вы связываетесь со своим педагогом и назначаете занятия. Очень активно, очень подвижно, как раз то, что всем в наше время очень нужно, да, чтобы всегда можно было изменить, чтобы можно было подстроить график под себя. И если все-таки хочется более таких комплексных занятий, прошу прощения, куда-то все уехало, если хочется более комплексного подхода к тому, что мы, чем мы занимаемся, собственно, на занятиях, конечно, у нас есть полноценные занятия онлайн, в группе, либо индивидуально, с педагогом также, конечно, обязательно. Это может быть экспресс-курс, это всего 1 месяц, 1 уровень, но, конечно, вы должны понимать, что это не просто 1 уровень проходится за весь месяц, это скорее для такого введения в новый уровень, если вы готовы на него перевестись, или же закрепления того, что вы уже прошли. Но по уровням здесь очень свободно, мы начинаем с самых новичков до уже таких уверенных, разговаривающих учеников, upper intermediate, это довольно-таки хорошо. Вот, то есть программа подбирается под вас, если это экспресс-курс в мини-группе, подбирается под, собственно, интересы всей группы, да, возможно, вы хотите куда-то поступать вместе или вы объединяетесь на фоне каких-то других своих интересов. Это очень интенсивно, 3 занятия в неделю по 1,5 часа, иногда по часу, все зависит от вашей группы. То есть, конечно, это можно все организовать и по индивидуальному графику, в группе, конечно, это будет доступнее. Вот. Но если у вас какие-то определенные цели, то, соответственно, вам самая дорога именно к индивидуальным занятиям, когда все будет подбираться лично под вас. Полный курс, как видите, занимает чуть больше, уже 3-4 месяца, опять-таки все зависит от группы, как скоро, как быстро вы будете осваивать программу. Это уже 2 раза в неделю, 1,5 часа, наш классический формат, который гарантирует, что все будет усваиваться, что не будет такой большой спешки, и вы в свое удовольствие будете заниматься английским языком. Вот, и не забывайте, что у нас есть разговорные клубы с носителями, мы занимаемся по вторникам в 19:00 по Москве, это все длится 1,5 часа, и это тоже довольно-таки оживленные беседы, горячие дискуссии на самые популярные темы. Мы стараемся поддерживать именно тот словарный запас, ту грамматику, которую вы будете принимать в речи, поэтому здесь уже мы отталкиваемся от самых популярных тем, и кто уже был у нас в разговорном клубе с носителем, знают, что это не так страшно, что носители у нас все очень понимающие. Если вы тоже новичок, но довольно уверенно говорите, вы можете поддержать беседу на разные темы, то мы обязательно вас ждем. То есть разговорный клуб, обязательно обращайтесь, пишите, можно узнать поподробнее у нас в личных сообщениях. В общем, рассказала практически о всех наших программах, и я думаю, что мы на этом с вами закончим. Всем спасибо, что присоединились. Если вам нравятся такие короткие, небольшие, но очень познавательные уроки, обязательно делитесь комментариями, на какую тему сделать следующий эфир. Вот, можете поддержать сердечками или просто написать, что думаете. Очень буду ждать вашей практики, где вы отработаете, покажете, как вы выучили все вот эти вот food idioms. Right, so I thank you. So thanks a lot. That was quick. That was a lot. So take your time to like absorb everything and see you next time. Okay. So всем спасибо еще раз и до новых встреч. See you next time. Bye bye.